Welcome to your WWE Night of Champions prediction video. Night of Champions is typically around this time period, and it serves one purpose. Every title is on the line during Night of Champions, which for me makes it one of my favorite non-majors events, alongside Money in the Bank. This year, though, we have a bizarre setup of circumstances that have to do with tonight's event. There are plenty of matches, but most notably, one man will be wrestling two. I'll get to that in a second. The kickoff match has the Ascension and Stardust, calling themselves the Cosmic Wasteland, taking on Adrian Neville and the Lucha Dragons. Now, for a kickoff match, this one's going to be pretty entertaining. Expect a lot of high-flying moves and expect both teams to do largely well. But at the end of the day, actually expect the bad guys to win, as the Cosmic Wasteland will pick up the victory over Neville and the Dragons. This is the second and possibly last chance for the Ascension to mean anything on the modern WWE roster. For Adrian Neville, it's another chance to showcase what he does, but he doesn't necessarily need the win here. And for Stardust, it allows his new partnership to get off on a good note. When the actual event begins, however, is where things get complicated. There's a couple of non-title affiliated matches. First, starting off with Dolph Ziggler once again for the 7th time in the span of a month and a half, taking on Rusev. Now, here's something of note. Lana, Dolph Ziggler's love interest and Rusev's former manager, is injured right now, and she was supposed to be one of the major players in this rivalry. Now, with her gone, the rivalry has fizzled out, seeing that Summer Rae isn't really all that much of a pull. Seeing that Dolph Ziggler is pulling a Dolph Ziggler again, he did this with AJ Lee and Vicky Guerrero. He's cheating on Summer Rae, Lana with Summer Rae, which is leading to even more complications in this rivalry that's gone far too long. No matter what the victor of this match is, the rivalry needs to end here. I will give the victory to Rusev tonight, mainly because Dolph has had a few key wins in this rivalry. But please let it end. Also, in the non-title importance category is my two banes of my existence, Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns, once again sticking in my craw like a gnat. Well, they're going to have some help tonight from an unannounced third partner against the now stronger three-man Wyatt family. Braun Strowman, Luke Harper, and of course, the aromatic Bray Wyatt. It doesn't matter who they send in, the Wyatts will be victorious. But seeing that Kane is backstage at the event, many people believe he's the third man. But who would I want? Well, who I would want is Eric Rowan. It would fit the storyline beautifully. in a fantasy world where storyline doesn't matter, Chris Jericho. Kane just doesn't fit here. It seems like an awkward fit. But if that's the case, either way, look for the Wyatts to pick up a much needed victory. And much like the Rusev feud, this one needs to die a quick death. Now, on to the title matches. Going from least important to most important. Starting with the Women's Championship. It's Nikki Bella and Charlotte, as it was on Monday night, with this one stipulation. Nikki can't cheat her way out to maintain the championship. If she does, it still counts as a loss. Now, I'm going to be a little bit controversial here, so pardon me for a second. I believe that Nikki Bella's 305 as of today day title reign is only to eliminate the name or any reverence of the name of CM Punk from collective memory and the record books. This unfortunately includes his wife, AJ Lee, who previously held the record at 300 days. It is my belief that this long title reign has been nothing short of a farce to eliminate CM Punk's name from the record books once and for all, and to punish AJ Lee for being with Punk by association. This is not a matter of Nikki Bella being the best diva on the roster or the lack of talent. This is clearly a move that was done out of spite. Knowing this, you should already know my feelings on the result here tonight. Now that the record has been broken as of Monday night, the title can now finally be dropped. So, expect Charlotte to win. Nikki will, of course, do what Nikki does and look pretty for the stripper pole. But at the end of the day, it's Charlotte's title to win. The Flair family legacy will be maintained, and this joke of a title reign will finally be over. Will it finally lead to change? I can't really say that it will or won't, but at least we'll have a new Divas champion. Next up is the tag team titles, with the surging in popularity New Day defending their titles against shoo-in WWE Hall of Famers and the greatest statistical tag team in the history of professional wrestling, 25-time tag team champions of the world, 9 with the WWE, the Dudley Boys, going for their 10th run. Now, the WWE is in a very strange win-win situation here. If the New Day retains, then their popularity continues to skyrocket, and the tag team division is fine. If the Dudleys win, which, by the way, they are full-time, this gives the Living Legends one last great run with the tag team titles, which the fans, especially those of the Attitude Era, won't mind that either. So it's especially win-win, which pretty much it comes down to my personal preference at this point. It's not much of a coin flip. I'm going to give the dupe to the Dudley Boys. I think they see the legendary potential and the fact that the New Day will always be around. Expect this rivalry to continue and the tag team titles to go back and forth. maybe to end up in a tables match at TLC, perhaps? That would be rather apropos. But whether I'm right or wrong on this particular prediction doesn't hold much weight, because the WWE is doing good either way. So just enjoy this one. But for the record, Dudley Boys is the pick. Next up is the United States title, and the beginning of this unique situation that I brought up earlier. The unique situation is that we have a dual champion. Seth Rollins, coming off of his victory at SummerSlam, is now a dual champ. But being a dual champ has its negativities too. He must defend both titles. The first being the United States Championship against ex-champion John Cena. And yes, Internet, I know, this is the time that Cena gets his win back. And yes, indeed, Cena will get his win back. And he'll get it clean on a Rollins who's looking too far forward for the WWE Championship match. This will cause him to lose the first of his two belts. Look for the return of the U.S. title open to begin promptly the next Monday night. Possibly to have John Cena drop it to Cesaro, perhaps? Next match on the card is the Intercontinental Championship. It's Ryback, the champion who has defended the title 4 times in 2 months, going up against the upstart Kevin Owens. Now, either way, much like with the tag team titles, the WWE isn't doing anything bad here. It's going to be largely okay. Okay, so either way is fine. But if they want Kevin Owens to amount to anything and the fans to buy into him as a main roster talent, then Kevin Owens must win this match. And I say that he does. He's too talented on the mic, too talented in the ring, and too over with the crowd. And considering his long reign as NXT champion, he can hold on to a belt about as good as anyone in the company right now. So expect KO to live up to his name and get the knockout and the Intercontinental Championship to boot. Last but not least, and this is lengthy, it is Seth Rollins versus the Icon Sting. Sting, after nearly 30 years of not being in the WWE, gets his first shot at the big gold. For me as a wrestling fan, seeing Sting win it would be a nice feather in cap to this man's legendary work career. He really deserves to be the World Heavyweight Champion, if only for tonight. And considering that the U.S. title and World Heavyweight Championship matches will be starting back to back, Seth Rollins is primed for the double loss here to lose to Sting, to give Sting his Hall of Fame moment. And that's quite frankly my pick. But roll, that is not how the pay-per-view will end. You see, for the last few weeks, Sheamus has been teasing that tonight may be the night that he goes to the ATM and cashes the golden briefcase. Look for tonight to indeed be the night. No matter who wins the WWE Championship match, look for Sheamus to insert himself and win the World Heavyweight Championship, giving him his third major title reign, and expect the internet to be set aflame because of it. Tonight may be all that predictable, but it's no more or less important. Come back here later tonight after the event to, to learn the actual results and how I stacked up. Until then, I'm Nirvana Sparkle. Find peace in your own nirvana. Thanks for watching.